Well, there kind of seems to be this little growing consensus among a lot of people, or at least there were. It might be deteriorating now. You know, some of those Georgia voters feel a little betrayed at the moment. $2,000 checks, anyone? And that's clearly not exactly happening. They're using the fine print. They're using the used car salesman tactic. Did we say $2,000 check? You're getting a total of $2,000. And it's not immediately. It's going to be by March. So I hope you saved that $600. Because if you did, you can add it up. And then it'll be $2,000. Now, isn't life so grand? Come on. Come on. To use Joe Biden's own language, give me a break. Come on, man. So some of those Georgia voters might feel a little PO'd right now. But a lot of people thought, yeah, we got rid of Trump at least. Trump's behind us. Trump is behind us. I've said this before on the channel. I'm going to say it again. The worst thing for independents or for anyone who wanted rid of Trump was for Trump to lose. You'd be like, well, how in the fuck does that make sense? We wanted Trump gone, and the worst thing for us was for Trump to stay? Yeah. You know why? Because you needed to give the man a chance to sour some people's opinion of him. He needed 4 more years to fuck it all up. He did. For 4 years, he's been able to grandstand on not delivering a lot of his promises while convincing people he did, but he didn't. But he's been able to convince them he did. And he's been able to deflect from not truly ending the wars, from not really fixing the trade. Yeah, he got a trade agreement, but it's like NAFTA 2.0. It still kind of fucked a lot of things over in the country. But he didn't fix that. I mean, there's a lot of things he didn't deliver on. How about draining the swamp? No pardon for Assange. No pardon for Snowden. You know, he didn't do anything to help Chelsea Manning. I mean, really? What? He didn't deliver, but he was able to deflect from that thanks to the Democrats. How was he able to do that? Witch hunt, Russiagate, which is proven to be bullshit. It really was. It was their excuse to explain that Hillary Clinton couldn't beat Donald Trump, and they took that as a big black eye. Like, wait a minute, how in the fuck could our chosen one not beat the reality TV star that said grab him by the... What? It was embarrassing because they were so damn confident they were going to win. And he won. And they were like, no. So the worst thing that could happen was for him to not get a chance to turn everyone off. He needed 4 years to not deliver and let people go, well, fuck, he sold us out. That's what he needed. He really did. Now, obviously, I voted third party, but I realized that if third party didn't win and he lost, problems. Why? Because his dedicated base was going to stick to him like stink on a hog's ass. Okay? They are glued to the man. Witch hunt. The election was stolen. That's what they're going to say, YouTube. I'm not saying it. I got my suspicions, but I'm not saying it. That's what they think. The election was stolen. That's what they're going to say. He had a witch hunt after him for all these years. He was screwed over by the system. And I said this last year, long time ago. If he loses, his base will have unfinished business. Because they will believe they were in the process of making America great again or keeping America great, and it was stolen out from underneath them. They will become more pissed. They will become more violent. and there will be uprising. And when Joe Biden or whoever fails to deliver on anything for 4 fucking years, they'll win again. But who's going to be the successor? Who's going to take up Trump's mantle? Well, right now, certain things are hinting that it could be Trump. Why is it bad for independents? Because I don't know if he's going to run as a Republican again. No, he's hinting at this whole Patriot Party idea. We need to win people over to the independent side. We need to bring people onto this third party concept. The more third parties you have, the more split that vote is going to be. And it's already highly unlikely for third parties to win anyway. Keep dividing the vote, it's even more unlikely. You need a consolidated third party. Not to keep adding to the fucking mix. Okay? So that being said, if Trump really wants to have a chance again, he's going to have to get back in his swamp. Because as a third party candidate, you know, we libertarians are trying to push for the Gabbard Amash. And that's going to hurt us exponentially. So I'm not a fan of him going third party at all. But he might not run again. You know, there's other people floating their names around out there. Don Jr., Mike Pence. Don Jr. is probably going to be a safe bet, if not next time at some point down the line. But what's the big kicker here? During the impeachment, I got 2 clips I'm going to kind of play and we're going to break down here. You need to understand why we got Donald Trump, why all the things people are saying should have gotten him impeached, should have gotten him banned from social media, why all these things should have happened to him, and why the people who are dedicated behind him, you need to open your mind and put yourself in their shoes and understand why what you're supporting and what you're saying should have happened to him, if you're not saying it should be happening to a lot of other people, you're being hypocritical, and that's why you're never going to unify. A lot of those people aren't bad people. They're working class people who felt hurt and betrayed. These are the kind of people we need to be having more dialogue and conversations with, not take up arms against. But let's listen to some of these clips, and you'll see just exactly what I mean here. First one we're going to get to right here is Trump's lawyer. He's going to play footage of Democrats trying to dispute election results. Sound familiar?
Certification of election results. You, along with your allies in the media, attempted to cancel and censor members of this chamber who voiced concerns and objected to certification. Manager Raskin, you'd been in Congress only 3 days when you objected in 2017. It's one of the first things you did when you got here.
I have an objection because 10 of the 29 electoral votes cast by Florida were cast by electors not lawfully certified.
Is the objection in writing and signed not only by the member of the House of Representatives, but also by a senator?
It is in writing, Mr. President.
Is it signed by a senator?
Not as of yet, Mr. President.
In that case, the objection cannot be entertained.
Mr. President, I object to the certificate from the state of Georgia on the grounds that the electoral votes were not...
There's no debate.
I object to a certificate from the state of North Carolina based on violations of the Voting Rights Act.
There's no debate in the joint session.
I object because people are horrified by the overwhelming evidence.
Section 18, Title 3 of the United States Code prohibits debate.
I object.
Objected to the counting of the electoral votes of the state of Ohio.
I object to the certificate from the state of Alabama. The electors were not lawfully certified.
I object to the 15 votes from the state of North Carolina because of the massive voter suppression and the closing of polling booths.
There's no debate. There's no debate.
16
There's
to 1,
no debate.
And the massive voter suppression that occurred to African Americans.
The gentleman will suspend.
I have an objection to the electoral votes.
The objection is in writing, and I don't care that it is not signed by a member of the Senate.
I do not wish to debate. I wish to ask, is there one United States senator who will join me in this letter
There
of
is no debate.
The objection is signed by a member of the House.
Let that sink in, because Maxine Waters is going to come back into this in a little while. You haven't seen the last of James Brown's sister. That'll be back.
House, but not yet by a member of the Senate.
Well, it is over.
And when the House managers realized that the president's actual words could not have incited the riot.
So, you see what just took place there. How many Democrats over the years, even in Trump's election, were trying to dispute the results, right? There was this big push from Hollywood for the Electoral College to vote the other way. We can't, like, the argument, there was a Hollywood video even released by all these damn, like, B-list celebrities in most cases. It wasn't a lot of huge names in Hollywood. It wasn't, you know, a lot of the who's who. Like, they might have been known, but they weren't the biggest box office draws, okay? But they're out there talking about how that's why the Electoral College was truly put in place. So that we could make sure that someone who wasn't fit for the presidency never got the presidency. Well, if that's true, why does a senile old man who can't really think very coherently currently have the job? Why does a man who said in a video when he was signing executive orders, I don't know what I'm signing, have the job? I thought that's what the Electoral College was to fucking prevent, right? But that ain't what happened. So, but that's what the argument Hollywood tried to make to get the electors to vote the other way in 2016. Now, this isn't a Trump defense. This is to get the people, if they don't understand why Trump has such a following, to stop thinking so closed-minded and understand what the hypocrisy here is. This is a blatant hypocrisy. What the Democrats have been coming at Trump with. And even some indie media folks are on the side like, oh yeah, he should have been impeached for inciting violence. Okay, so inciting violence. Let's take a look at this next clip, and then you can truly tell me what some incitement of violence might just look like.
The House managers spoke about rhetoric, about a constant drumbeat of heated language. Well, as I'm sure everyone watching expected, we need to show you some of their own words.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
You got to be ready to throw a punch. You have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
I feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school.
If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
No, I wish we were in high school, I could take him behind the gym.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
Okay. Now, understand that. Trump talks about back in the old days, somebody disrupting his crowd, right? Like back in the old days, they'd have beat the hell out of the guy or something like that. These people advocating for violence on a sitting president. What would be said if Republicans were saying that about Joe Biden, Kamala Harris? Like, we already know how bad AOC, like, Ted Cruz tried to kill me. Oh my God. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. Ted Cruz, and I don't like Ted Cruz, but Ted Cruz did not try to kill you. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Are you serious? What the? Oh my God. I don't like the Republican Party. And they piss me off in a lot of ways. I'm going to tell you something. Fucking Democrats are enough to drive you to drink. Their level of whininess, their level of being fucking weak ass, hypocritical crybabies, it's fucking disgraceful. They run around the country playing fucking identity politics. They piss a fuck ton of people off. They run on promises they never fucking deliver on at all. They get a fucking chance to get a force to vote for their Medicare for all, and fuck you, we're not going to do it because, well, we gotta be nice to Pelosi. Even though that old fucking battle axe wanted Medicare for all back in 94. But no. Can't do it now. It's 2020. Or 2021. We got to change with the times. She don't want it no more. So we can't do shit to get it anymore. Whew. The wealthy don't pay their fair share of taxes. Yet let's vote on a stimulus that gives most of the fucking money to the top. What the fuck? Like, seriously, it's enough to make you take a fucking bottle and turn the whole damn thing up. These fucking people are batshit. They're batshit. And then you got, as you're going to fucking see, they go around using this kind of fucking language, but the first damn time someone on the other side says the bullshit, they're running around like the fucking people, you know, on New York when King Kong stormed through the fucking town. They're running like, oh my God, no. He can't say that. We're in fucking danger. Our lives. By the way, does anyone remember that there was a domestic terror attack some years ago on the Capitol? 2 people planted a bomb inside the Capitol building in an attempt to kill Republicans. I don't remember if it was an attempt to attack the House or the Senate, but their goal was kill the Republicans. These people were Democrats. Have you ever heard about that? If not, go look it up. I don't remember their names, but go look them up. You know what else I know? Bill Clinton pardoned them. Now, what do you think they'd be saying right now if all the people who did what they did on January 6th, somehow, even though Trump would have to have their names, I'm pretty sure, were pardoned by Donald Trump? What do you think would be done in that case? Now, I'm sure that Maxine Waters is going to say that she didn't mean that. Just like she didn't mean some of the other comments that are going to be coming later on too, right? But still, I don't give a damn what you meant. How can you take that comment any other way? I will take Trump out tonight. Like, at least the Elizabeth Warren's one was like, take him out now, as in like impeach him probably. But Maxine Waters, I'll take him out tonight. Well, you can't bring an impeachment that fucking quick. You can't bring an impeachment tonight. Like, Elizabeth Warren's now doesn't mean like it could be taken figuratively, as at least to say, I want him impeached like now. Get the process started now, right? But Maxine Waters like, well, you can't impeach him by yourself. What the fuck do you mean I will take him out tonight. That fucking sounds like you're calling for his assassination and that you would be more than happy to pull the trigger. To watch the creamsicle explode, right? That's what the fuck it sounds like. And then, of course, you got the Johnny Depp one right here. Like, when was the last time an actor assassinated a president, referring to, Booth and Lincoln, right? So, hey, when I first saw that, I was like, what the fuck, Johnny? But I'm a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan. I like Johnny Depp, like his stuff, so that bothers me, but I guess I gotta be a little hypocritical here in a way because I'm not gonna cancel Johnny Depp over this. But no, still, this is adding to it. This is just adding to it, right?
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite.
They're gonna have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump? Now we are talking about trying to assassinate a fucking president. Cuomo! Hey, Cuomo, I'm curious what you had to say about January 6th. Right there, when people ransack Atlanta because of George Floyd, when they ransack Minnesota because of George Floyd, and arguably, you guys were pretty attacked down there in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh, that's right. I tried to make a video about it in your fucking little department. CNN had my video removed from the internet, and I got the screenshot proof, and I made a video about it months ago because I was using your content. Now, how many other people use the content off a news channel and get blocked for the shit? But a guy who at the time didn't even have 400 subscribers on YouTube, he could get his shit blocked for using your video to cover a riot.
And peaceful.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
There was the relative of the infamous James Brown, Maxine Waters, back again. Push back on the Republicans. You get out, you tell them they're not welcome. You get out and tell them they're not welcome anywhere. All this, like, corner these Republicans off. Oh, fuck. Remind me what happened to Rand Paul the night of the RNC last year? Surely you saying that could have had nothing to fucking do with that, right, Maxine? Blowing up the White House. Blowing up the White House? What the fuck?
People will do what they do.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
We're going to go in there, we're going to...
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, make them pay.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
Obviously, I'm not part of MAGA, but if I were, I would take that as a threat. Walk lightly. If, just, again, put the fucking shoe on the other foot. What would you do? Like, I think she's what? Like some kind of state congresswoman or something from Michigan, right? Because I think I remember seeing her when they were hearing about the Michigan election or whatever. So, let's just say somebody, we'll say my state, South Carolina. Republicans won again. We'll say that South Carolina had someone in the state house who told the Joe Biden, because remember, these people on this side of the aisle, the MAGA people, those red hat folks, feel like the country was being sent down the shitter by the status quo. Donald Trump was a figurehead. Even though I don't believe he was delivering on what he said, I understand why so many people wanted him. And it wasn't just about racism. Okay? There's a lot of people who want him for other reasons. They wanted to see America truly go back to a bygone era where the middle class had some vibrant life, not the post-90s economy that just had the fucking guts sucked out of it. Okay? That's what they wanted out of all this. And so what would happen if some MAGA state congressman or senator or what the fuck ever said to the Joe Biden crowd, or even better yet, fucking Kamala Harris, that their supporters better walk lightly, and that if there's any MAGA soldiers out there, make them pay for stealing our country? Could you imagine what the response to that would be? You don't have to be MAGA. You don't have to be Republican to just acknowledge the truth, to just acknowledge what the fact here would be. And the fact is, the mainstream media would cover that shit night and day. The FBI'd be up his fucking ass. And then they'd be fucking people like AOC. Oh, they're calling for us to be killed. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on with that shit. What the fuck is that shit? Are you fucking serious? We have been getting race baited for so damn long in this country. Arguably, you can say both sides, but this bullshit is so fucking lopsided. If you truly think that Donald Trump saying fight like hell, and then also including the words peacefully, is an incitement to violence, and so he should have been impeached, every fucking one of them people who were in public office, obviously the celebrities are not in public office, but every elected official that you just saw should be fucking gone. That means your current vice president, your current president, your Speaker of the House, that's your top 3 fucking people in the country. And I don't remember, like, who is behind the Speaker of the House? Is it like the House or the Senate Majority Leader? Well, that'd be Chuck Schumer, and he'd be fucking gone. Like, yeah, your top, I think 4 people, but for sure the top 3. I don't remember who comes after the Speaker of the House at the moment. But for sure, they're all gone. Gone! If Trump should be gone, they should be gone. And if you don't want to recognize that fact, you're contributing to part of the problem with actual discussion in this country. This is why we can't get people who are going through the same struggles to work the fuck together. Because they have a certain set of priorities they think the Republicans are addressing more. And you have a certain set of issues that you think the Democrats are addressing more, yet you probably got a lot of shit in common and you won't talk about none of it because they're pitting you against each other. And one side doesn't want to recognize the flaws on the other side. Like, oh no, my God. It's so fucked up. It is so fucked up in this country. I mean, it is bad shit. And I'm serious. I don't like the damn Republican Party at all. I think they're a bunch of corrupt, bought-off assholes, too. So I'm an independent. But the fucking hypocrisy of the Democratic Party is just enough to turn my fucking stomach. It really is. I don't like the Republicans, but I do like them better than I like the Democrats. But then again, that would also be like me saying if I had to clean up my dog's shit, I'd rather it be hard shit than the fucking runs. Well, I don't want to clean up shit, period. So I don't like either one of them. So if there's anyone out there who's like, oh, how can you say you like the Republicans better? They're both huge mounds of fecal matter. I just think one is the equivalent of fucking diarrhea, and the other one's still just a big pile of shit, and I don't really want to have to fuck with either one of them. But if I absolutely fucking had to, I'd rather it be the one that isn't fucking like they just shit gravy all over the damn place. Isn't that a fucking image you want to have in your head? Well, that's the image I have of Washington, D.C. And that would be why I said that we would have a brown wave in 2020. Didn't matter which fucking party it was. It was going to be a big wave of shit. And so again, if you don't want to recognize why we got Donald Trump, and you don't want to recognize the hypocrisy of the Democrat Party right now, newsflash. If it ain't Trump himself, you will still get Trump 2.0. And it might just come in the form of the very man himself. It could be literally a Donald Trump 2.0. Could be. Could be Trump Jr. that takes up the mantle of Trump 2.0. Or it could be someone else entirely. But if you don't learn quickly, you're going to get some form of a Trump 2.0. And if you thought the first round was bad, wait till the second round comes around. If we don't learn from history and quit repeating the shit, we will fall. End of discussion, end of debate. It's a fact, and you heard me fucking say it. So if we don't learn, you can come back to this video years down the road and say, well, At least someone saw the shit coming. I'm not the only one. There's many others too, but I'm one of probably a minority that can see what's on the horizon. There's a lot of other YouTubers who see it too. There's a lot of people who watch this channel who probably see it at this point. But overall, as a country, I don't think we realize it yet. And what I'm afraid of, it's going to be like a lot of other things in this country, that the people won't realize it until it's way too fucking late. We seem to have a pattern of doing that in the United States, huh? Really sad.